let's do some makeup while we talk about the movie Obsession. The film was amazing and I highly recommend. The thing that I more so, I guess, wanted to talk about was the reactions to the film and what that highlights. I really want to talk about the lack of media literacy here and men's inability to hold other men accountable and how women's suffering is really just seen as a joke. Like, men just make jokes about the fact that women are suffering at the hands of a man. To the point of media literacy, I think the fact that there is even a debate on whether or not Bear was a victim or villain or about Nikki just shows that people really are illiterate when it comes to being able to look at a piece of media and analyze it and actually question about the author's intent and things of that nature, right? Because the movie makes it painfully obvious that Bear is not the victim and that Nikki is the victim. Essentially, this movie is about a man taking away a woman's autonomy. And Obsession for me is a horror movie in the same way that Get Out is, because both, yes, they have creepy elements, but the true horror is in the real life social commentary that they have, right? In Obsession, the true horror here is the fact that Nikki no longer has agency over herself. That agency was stripped away, not due to anything that she does. It is a man's fault why she no longer has free will and autonomy and is in a non-consensual relationship, because he lacked the courage to communicate. He lacked the ability to communicate his feelings, and he ultimately made a wish that centered himself in Nikki's world because he felt entitled to that. Which leads into the next discussion about men really making jokes about, Nikki being the psycho girlfriend and how it reminds them of their ex and this, that, and the third, which is ironic because a lot of psycho ex-girlfriend stories that you hear in real life, typically the man is the problem. And her reacting to it ultimately becomes her being painted as crazy. And so a lot of these men who are making jokes about Nikki being a psycho girlfriend don't even see that they are Bear and how Bear-coded they are, because they are unable to hold him accountable and themselves. There's so much more to say, but we'll just leave it at that. This story really is horror and a tragedy in one, and all I gotta say is free Nikki.